Hi. It's just hunting. Like this mountain can be feast or famine over the years. I've had a lot of great memories out on this mountain. Me and my family, my buddies. But it can be a real butt kicker, and that's what it's doing right now. We're doing everything we can this mountain. I know a lot of people have watched these series before and they're like, get out of your truck and hike. I understand that, but to efficiently hunt this mountain is you have to locate the elk because they're so spread out and they travel. And the best way to do that is covering a lot of country in the truck, the side-by-side, and with your glass. And so that's what we do. I can cover 5 to 6 canyons more in the truck than I can by out just hiking. But once we find them, that's when we go after them. So that's what we're trying to do. We're going to a new spot today. We kind of were in it yesterday, but we didn't go far enough in. Just trying to get a real good vantage point and glass over a whole bunch of country is the plan. We got out, buddy. Big herd of elk. Yep, that's a big herd. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's like 50 elk. And things are looking good. See, this is what we needed. We just found a big herd of elk making their way off private onto the public. So now we gotta go try to figure out a way to get in there and hunt them. I really like the play of figuring exactly how to get in above where it looks like their exit path is and then ambushing them in the morning. There's, I don't know, at least 50 elk. I think there's probably 10 plus bulls in there. So lots of things going our way, finally. Where the elk are going, and 3 spikes have come up over the hill. We can hear the bulls bugling up over. So our plan is to just aim back when this guy, I'm sure he's just on for the day, when he pulls out. Can we go in there, please? When he comes out, we're gonna go in there and figure it out and figure out what our play will be in the mornings. I think the ambush in the morning would be the best. We know they're coming out, they're going to the fields, and then coming out, we just gotta figure out exactly where to be. But you don't think we could get in there this afternoon to figure it out, and they could be coming back. So we're just taking our time, trying to make our best play. But we finally got rutting bulls. It just bums me out that we weren't here a little earlier. But once again, I don't want to go ruin that guy's hunt because we were a little late to the party. Noticed a water tank when we came down. I think they stopped and hit the water and then are just gonna go up that canyon, I would assume. Yeah, I didn't think it was the whole herd until I came up here, dude. It was just a line across the road.
dust coming up. They were dropping down.
I'm just thinking of wind. If it starts getting warm, it's going to start going up. Up, so if they went that way. That's good. Should maintain wind all the way up. So we believe the elk are just around this knob in the bedding area. Just checking the wind, it's getting squirrely. But we came this way instead of going around in case the wind starts going up when it gets warm. We got around on the elk. We think they're just over here, less than like 400 yards. But we don't have the best wind. We're just waiting for the wind to decide what it's going to do. Once it gets warmer, I think the thermal should start pulling up, which would be a benefit for us because I think we're above the elk. They're down. But it's kind of blowing like this, then it'll switch. But if we were going there with a bad wind, those elk will smell us and be gone. So we're being patient. We just snuck up to this edge of this little canyon. And we were guessing they're in here, and they still very well could be. I glassed across this other canyon where we thought they might end up. And I've got a few elk over there, but they could be split up. There was upwards of 70 elk total. I got a bull over there in the trees, about 400 yards, but I'm just gonna creep up here. They might be right below us. We are a couple canyons and ridges away from where Casey and Logan are. Sounds like they got into some elk, so Matt and I are just trying to like cover some country. Kind of slowly working up these ridges, fingers, kind of moving ever so slowly over each of them. Glassing, listening. It sounds like Casey heard some bugles and maybe found a couple mature bulls. Don't know for certain, but it sounds like that's been a pretty good morning. Matt and I have just seen one cow so far for us, but hopefully one of us can turn these elk up and maybe have a crack at it. Well, here's your update. I think we did a really good job of getting around where I wanted to be at the wind. I just glassed up one bull, knew where he was at, and we're just kind of waiting to see what was happening. And then all of a sudden, 3 elk stood up and I started glassing. It was 2 cows and that bull I watched bed, and 2 hunters came from the bottom and bumped them up over the top. Here's my thing. Remember this morning when I was like, I'm not going to go in there and ruin this guy's hunt? I already know he's there. Flip that, reverse it. Those guys blew out the elk out of over there, and they ran across the road, and we watched them come up over here. And so I parked at the bottom of this canyon and came to hunt these elk. Well, they clearly knew that I was in here already. They didn't care. I struggle with this. Most people I don't think care. Most people are just like, I'm out for number one. Or I shouldn't say most people. A handful of people for sure that I've seen. Maybe I should quit worrying about that. Honestly, people have told me that. It's like, you need to hunt like that. No one else is in the woods. You really just need to forget about that because there's always going to be people somewhere. And if you're gauging how you're going to go about your hunt on somebody else, man, you get a lot of times you get to watch elk run away. I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts? I always try to be polite. I know if it was me, how I would, want to be treated. But at the same time, it's happened to me numerous times where other people just don't Karen, maybe that's just the case in the woods. Like, you hunt like no one else is there. I have a hard time with that, but I definitely need to be more aggressive. We should have dropped in on those elk earlier before those guys ever had a chance to come up in here. But we'll go find them again. What's weird is there was, I don't know if there was, I keep saying 70, there was a lot of elk. We counted 50 or so in the field, and it looked like there was more when they crossed the road, but we only saw 3, so there's got to be some more somewhere else. So we're going to drop into this canyon and just do some cow calls. Maybe there's something in there. We still got good wind, but here we go. Some elk came in here and bedded down. Trying to sneak down here as close to these where I think they'd be bedded as we can. Just let out some cow calls and hopefully get some to respond. Oh, well, that didn't end up the way I was hoping it would. There's my tailgate. Yeah, I mean, did everything except for put a good stalk on because we never got an opportunity. Those elk blew out. I don't know where the rest of the elk went. We only saw 3 blow out when those other 2 hunters went down in after them. So they got to be somewhere. So now there's another mystery. We got to go figure out, where did the herd go? They could have, you know, we walked down the big canyon and went up, and the majority of their tracks were together, but somewhere they split. So I'm gonna look at OnXhunt and try to figure out where that is they might have went. Definitely need to get some food in me. I packed no snacks except for a little bit of tuna. I just want to say that personally, I'm very disappointed in myself. I did not put in the required effort that a guy should put into the month of September. I waited till the last probably 10 days of September to even get out in the elk woods. I mean, we did some fun things. We did 2 antelope hunts. I had a family vacation, which is all fine, good and dandy. But my favorite hunting is archery elk hunting by far, and I just did not put the effort forth this year. And the rewards show. I don't have a bull. I haven't really even been that close. I was thinking about this last night. I'm like, why? I spent all year long thinking about this month. I really need to plan and organize my September way better. I'm committing right now to myself that next September I'm going to be in the elk woods way more than I was this year.